Ladies and gentlemen, let's cover here how to subtract a fraction that have the same denominator. We spend a lot of time working on addition of a different fraction. We learn how to add a fraction that have a same denominator. And we learn as well how to add a fraction that have a different denominator. So in case of this fraction here, so I will call this on the top, let's call that 2, and let's call the denominator 4. Anytime you're subtracting a fraction that have the same denominator, or you are adding a fraction that have the same denominator. So we'll put addition over there just to refresh your memory. If you're subtracting a fraction that have the same denominator, or you are adding a fraction that have the same denominator, both fractions share the same denominator of 4. So the only thing you have to do is to carry over 4 over there and do the subtraction only for the numerator. 6 minus 2 is 4. So you put 4 over there. You're not going to leave this like this because 4 over 4 is 1. All right. Let's do the addition over there. Same reality. You're going to have a 4 over there. So before you go ahead and do your subtraction of or adding a fraction, double check if both have the same denominator. But the same general rule of a fraction, the way you go find either the product of two denominators, is also going to take you to the same answer. But knowing to identify the mathematical clue in case of a fraction that share the same denominator, it will save you big time. So as we say here, they have the same denominator. We're going to do only, we carry 4 over there. We do the difference between 6 and 2 and 4. 4 over 4 is 1. Let's do over there. You're going to be 6 plus 2, it's 8. So you're going to have 8 over 4. It will give you 2. All right. Now, how do we subtract a fraction that do not have the same denominator? Remember, we learn different approach to subtract or to add a fraction that do not have the same denominator. Okay? So I will go ahead erase this right here on the top, so I can write the same exercise, so we can use a different approach. Okay, so we got. So this approach right here, this is what a lot of people love. So they will do multiplication of 3 and 6. They will give them 18. All right, and then they will work the first fraction first. Don't do this way. If you go from 3 to 1, you're not going to have the same answer. In addition, it didn't matter. But when you do subtraction, you start with 3 and 1. You put a 3 as the first position. You're not going to yield to the same answer. So the rule of thumb, either you do addition according to this method. Please always work this side first. Get the numerator of the first fraction, multiply that with the denominator of the second fraction. So when I do that, I got 12. Then I'm going to work the second fraction by using the denominator of the first fraction and multiply that, minus 3. So I'm going to have a 9 over 18. As you know, both can be simplified by 3. If you don't know, we can go over that another day. So if I divide the 9 by 3, no, both of them can actually be divided by 9. If I divide the 9 by 9, I got 1. Then if I divide 18 by 9, I have a 2. But pay attention, dear friend. If by any chance, instead of starting with the first fraction first, you decided to start with 3 and 1, you're going to have here 3 minus 12, which is not going to be 9. It's going to be negative 9. So be careful the way you set up your exercise. So always in addition, it didn't matter because addition, you can change the position in each side of the addition. You're still going to have the same answer. But when you say 2 plus 3 is the same thing as 3 plus 2. But if I say 3 minus 2 is not the same thing as 2 minus 3. All right? So let's deal here with the other approach. The other approach right here is to know what is the lowest common denominator between the 3 and 6. I know the lowest common denominator between the 3 and 6 is 6. Okay? Then I have a 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So I'm going to have a 3 over 6. You know, both can be divided by 3. And once you divide the 3 by 3, you got 1. And once you divide the 6 by 3, you got 2. All right? Now, let's show you the third way to solve this. As I said that day, you learn which one is the best for you and stick with it. So we got 2 over 3 minus 1, 6. The best way to do is to make this fraction form the equivalent of this fraction 2 over 3 by multiply both by 6. All right? And then I'm going to find the equivalent of 1 over 6 fraction by multiply top and number and the bottom number by 3. All right? So by do that, what I'm going to have here, so you're going to have a 6 times 2. I'll put right there 6 times 2. Then I have a 6 times 3. I'll put minus. I got 3 times 1. 3 times 1 and a 3 times 6. Why am I doing this? Because I have to make both denominator the same. So by doing it like that, I got 12 over 18. Then I got 3 over 18. Both have the same denominator. So the only thing you're going to do is to put 18 over there. 12 minus 3, it's 9. And when you have a 9 over 18, it can be divided by 9. So you end up with 1 over 2. All right? So thank you so much. This is how you play around on how to subtract fraction that have the same denominator and the fraction that do not have the same denominator. Thank you so much for spending time. That was Mr. Z, your math coach. Please invite a lot of your friends. Invite them to learn this simple concept together. But it's an interactive class. You have to do more exercise, more practice. More you do a lot of practice, you will get the hang of it. All right? So like, share, and invite some of your friends that you know they go to nursing school, and bring them, invite them, so we can learn some of those topics together. All right? Be blessed.